Hey friends, this is Randy Dawn and a marathon coach, and we're here at the West Palm Show, and we're here with our special friend, Jamie Bradford. We're going to ask him a few questions about how the show all gets put together and what it all takes to put on this amazing big show of Prevost.
And so, Jamie, good morning.
Good morning, Randy, Dawn. Great to see you guys.
Great to see you. So, Jamie, we've known Jamie for a while, Michigander. So we've had a few cocktails in Hearthside over the years.
Right, a part-time Michigander.
Part-time Michigander, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just when the weather's nice.
Yeah.
In the summer.
Up in Paradise.
Right.
We call it Paradise
Right.
up in Petoskey at Hearthside Grove. So, Jamie, we just want to ask a few questions. How long ago did you get into Prevost-Stuff, and how did you get into it?
My wife Debbie and I we traveled extensively, and in 2008 we had flown to Alaska for 10 days and had the proverbial trip from you-know-where coming back, flying. And I woke up the next morning, I told Debbie, I said, I don't want to stop traveling, but I could care less if I ever get on an airplane again.
Mm-hmm.
A week later, I bought a Prevost.
Wow.
And from that point in time, I have flown very few times. About a year after I got into Prevost ownership, I thought that, this might be a business I'd be interested in pursuing. And just one thing led to another, and I was able to acquire this business in 2012.
Okay, so 2012.
Right.
So it existed before you came along.
Yeah, the website had been around since 1998.
Wow.
So it's been out there a long time.
Long time.
It's got a great presence and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I just had some ideas that I thought I can kind of improve what's happening with that.
Okay.
And
awesome.
you did.
Yeah, and you did, yeah. So let's talk just briefly about the show. This is the fourth show?
Eighth show.
Eighth show. Wow, time
This
flies.
is the eighth show.
Eighth show started in Tampa.
It did. As I said, after I bought Prevost-Stuff, I kept thinking I've got to do something to differentiate this business from what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered when I was looking for a Prevost that there was no one place you could go to look at a lot of different coaches. Typically people would come to Florida in the winter and they'd traverse the state looking at different coaches. And you'd be in Miami looking at something, you're like, well, what about that one I saw in Tampa? So it was hard to shop for a coach.
Sure.
So I came up with the idea, if I could get everybody together in one place with 40 coaches or so for a couple of days, it would be a good buying experience for buyers.
Okay.
And nobody had really put all the dealers and converters together either.
Yeah.
And that was a little dicey at first, but they've all seen now that this works for everybody.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
right.
And if you've never been to the show, it's amazing. I don't think you'll ever see a gathering of coaches either inside or attendees in
Correct.
one place anywhere in the country. So it's
impressive.
It's impressive. And I guess what comes to my mind is you and Debbie, and this is a massive undertaking.
Right.
How do you have to have somebody help you. Do you have people who come and help you? How do you pull this off? I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to this show.
I've got a core network of 4 guys that help me every year: Gil Johnson, Bill Bunch, Miles Serco, Jim McNulty.
Okay.
And they help me for a couple of days getting all the coaches moved in, parked, et cetera, et cetera. But again, this is our 3rd year in West Palm. We were 5 years in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the first year here was totally new
Yeah.
playing field and everything. But once you kind of get your infrastructure in place and you know what you're doing, the next year's a little easier. The following year's a little easier because everybody kind of knows, okay, this is what we did last year.
Right.
This is what we need to do
Right.
this year.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have how many coaches inside?
We have 54 Prevosts inside.
Okay.
Inside.
Wow.
And we have in excess, I think there's 152 or 3 I counted this morning outside. So
Wow.
we've got over 200 Prevosts in one place.
That's an amazing thing.
That's an amazing amount of coaches. And
Yes.
I think that, correct me, my thoughts are the show has become more than just a show. It's an event. I mean, yesterday we had great seminars by the converters and by Michelin and other things. So I think what Jamie has done is he's not just made it a show, he's made it a great event where people really look forward to coming here.
Right, and I've kind of relabeled it a little bit this year. Rather than just the Prevost Motorhome Expo, I'm now kind of marketing as Prevost Week.
Okay.
So anybody who has anything to do with Prevost Motorhome, this is Prevost Week. And of course, I'll expand from there. Next year, we'll start doing some different things. I want to make it, and it has been more of a destination for people, but we're going to keep, going with that trend.
Yep.
Yeah.
And see where this goes. And it can only grow.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. And Prevost has a great footprint here too. They've really come alongside of you, and they've got a shell here. They've got a great presence here. So by the looks of it, Prevost, the company, has really supported you through this.
Prevost has been excellent to work with.
Yeah.
The first year I did the show, I went to them with my idea, and of course everybody was a little skeptical at first. They're like, "How? We don't understand quite what you're doing or how you're going to do it." And they said the first year they were like, "Well, what do we need to do?" And I said, "I don't want you all to do anything this year. Let me do what I'm going to do, and you come and see what my idea is."
Okay.
And from that point forward, they have been on board.
And I think another great thing is you not only are there coaches here to look at, there's vendors here, there's resorts here, there's everything to do Prevost is here. So it's you can spend a day to 2 days here. And like I said, at night we have great events, we have music, we have meals.
You really can't explain it to people.
No.
They've got to live it.
You've got to live it. And that's something that I think Dawn and I try to bring to everyone is the lifestyle. We live in a coach, we travel in a coach, we come to these events. So you're right, it really changes how you look at this lifestyle. Well, thank you for your time.
Randy.
We really
Dawn,
appreciate it.
I appreciate your time too.
And everybody keep watching Randy, Dawn, and a Marathon Coach. I think you're going to see a lot of footage of the West Palm show. We'll show you a lot of the coaches. We'll show you the inside, what's going on here. Show you a little bit of what's going on where the camp. I think you'll be amazed at all the coaches and everything going on there. So just keep watching Randy, Dawn, and a Marathon Coach.